on the proving ground here tonight, and even dating to the Ultimate Fighter back in 2015. You got the sense pretty early on that we were looking at somebody special. He was able to cap it with the UFC championship. He's back on the horse here tonight.
He has this undying belief in himself. He believes that hard work, all the results will show, and they have Kamaru Usman. From the pace and pressure he put on Los Angeles to the pace and pressure he put on Woodley, he shows now, and in those fights, why he's one of the best fighters in the welterweight division.
And he's really coming into his own when it comes to his striking. Certainly he's had a lot of standard influences in his ear. Henry Hooft, of course, Greg Jones on the wrestling side. Kamaru Usman, as he put it way back in the day, it's a real problem. Graced the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. He is one of the most popular fighters on this roster, top to bottom. The former UFC welterweight champion, ruthless Robbie Lawler, made the UFC debut, how about May 10th, 2002, at UFC 37 against Aaron Robbie.
And right away, you had his coaches saying this kid's going to be a future UFC champion. He had all the ability. He had the wrestling chops. He had the striking, but he also had that meanness and that toughness that you look for in a fighter. And when he got back to the UFC after he left Strikeforce, the knockout of Josh Koscheck, and then the head kick of Bobby Volker, you knew you were looking at a different Robbie Lawler.
His fight against Rory McDonald, UFC 189, July of 2015, one of the best, most memorable fights in UFC history. Lawler looking to add to his appreciable legacy here tonight. Robbie Lawler has graced the octagon. Ruthless Robbie Lawler is ready to go. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, ruthless Robbie Lawler.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round one of this stand-up-only fight is underway. A friendly reminder of the rules set. Not a whole lot of them, but you can't grapple or wrestle at all. And if the fight does hit the canvas, no follow-up strikes permitted on the ground. Beautiful hook.
And that's the danger in the engagement there. Oh.
To the body. Able to land there with the straight left.
Oh, he hurt that. Big right hand.
Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, you can get him out of there.
Well, he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt multiple times in one round. It looks like this fight should be over by now, but his opponent's still standing, and I think that speaks to the durability of the guy standing in front of him.
Lawler's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. Nice jab there to the body by Usman.
Oh, nice jab.
Whiffs on the elbow. Man, that's a stinging jab. You can tell he's been boxing his whole life.
Yeah, they're gonna pop it over and over. He's throwing it, and he's a boxer, so he throws it from a little bit of a different stance. So it's not something the MMA coaches.
Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet. Back to the feet now. Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this in front of you that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this and the work is showing, you got to try to find a way to stop them. He needs to try to get a takedown or something, because the more he's standing, the more he's going to have to deal with this cut, and now all the blood that's coming from the cut.
All right, so we're starting to see some... That'll do it! Kamaru Usman!
Jeez Louise!
We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 2 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of